Well, good morning and welcome to Hamilton, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of the Vows. Glad to be back with you. BFSD events here on YouTube, the home of the Vikes and Valkyries. And the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament, the 10:30 ball game, scheduled for 10:30, run a little bit behind as they're warming up, as the Vikings will take on the Anaconda Copperheads in this first round action here from Hamilton, Montana. Bigfork at 10-10 and Anaconda at 11-9. The Western B led by Deer Lodge, who's out, in front, probably the favorite here, but there'll be a battle for the second spot to state, and I figure it's going to be anybody's game, talking to all the coaches and stuff. So it's great to be with you back here in Montana after a little bit of time of getting away, and sorry about that, but enjoyed my time away. Had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Bigfork Vikings prior to the ball game, and I want to tell you, he's optimistic about today's game, little lineup changes and stuff. So let's hear what Coach John Hollow had to say on the pregame show.
Vikings, took care of and a little payback to Thompson Falls after losing senior night, but able to beat Thompson Falls to get the third seed. You take on Anaconda today. Talk about the end of the season, how all that went.
Yeah, it's been an interesting month to say the least. Injuries and some personnel and some different things have changed. Haven't won as many games as we would have liked, but you know what? It's the start of a new season now. Played pretty good against Mission. They just got one more bucket than we did. Did a nice job against Thompson Falls, and so I'm excited for this opportunity. I think this is the first opportunity for a lot of these kids to play in the divisional tournament. I think they're excited, I'm excited, and I think it's going to be a great weekend.
Well, I look for a good game, way to end that and get in the third seed and taking on Anaconda, who you faced back on December 21st. You won that game by 4, 66-62, and you were down early, but you came back and battled against them. A little bit different 2 months later, or 3 months later almost.
It is. They're a different team right now. We're really a different team with our personnel. We're doing the same stuff we did back then. We got to be a good defensive team. We weren't very good in that game. I went back and watched the film a couple times, and we're probably a little better offensive team than we are right now. So we're going to have to make some adjustments to what we do. We're not going to win if the score is 70-75 or something. Anaconda wants to get up and play fast and score a lot of points, and we're kind of not that team. So it's going to be a little bit of a contradiction of styles tonight.
So I take it then you guys are looking to kind of slow the tempo down and keep it in the 50s or 60s today to slow Anaconda down, and you guys can run your half-court sets.
Yep, and that's the type of team we are. That's the type of team. We're built for tournaments. We play good defense. We slow the ball down. We're not a team that gets out and scores a lot of transition points. So, that's what we're going to do. We need to play our style of basketball today and not play their style. And if we do that, I think we're going to have a lot of opportunities to move on.
Well, I see that you probably you're looking to play inside out. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't think it's any secret that Colt's our best player and that we've got to work through him. When he goes, we go. Part of our struggles the last 3 weeks has been shooting the basketball, and we're getting good shots from good shooters. They're just not falling. And again, I hope that changes, because when we can make perimeter shots on top of being able to work inside, we're a completely different basketball team.
Yeah, so if they dump it into Colt in the middle and they double team, if he's able to kick that out to a guy like Isaac or Fisher, and they can nail those threes, that really changes the game and kind of opens up even more inside for Colt.
Yeah, completely. And that's right, wrong, or different, that's been part of our struggles. We have not been shooting the ball well. And again, good shooters, taking good shots, I can live with that all day long. I'm hoping the tide changes a little bit and some of those shots start falling, and When they do, again, we're a completely different team. Right now, when shots aren't falling like that, we're having a hard time getting to 50 points. I still believe we're going to put an offensive game together at some point before the year's over and get to the 70, 80 point range. But again, defensively, we got to hold teams we play to 50 points, right around there to win basketball games.
So, I look at the records of the Western B, and there's nobody that really is standout. I think the Western B is wide open. You guys come in at 10-10, and Anaconda comes at 11-9 after 20 games. So, right there, anybody's tournament, like you said, and you have a great opportunity this afternoon in this first game to be able to push you to the semifinals.
Yeah, this tournament is wide open. I think Deer Lodge has separated itself a little bit, but it's still a tournament, and one bad game can change the outcome of anything. So as much as I do believe it's wide open, I think anybody could win the championship. I really do. And I think we're one of those teams. I do. I've not lost confidence or faith in the guys, even with our struggles as of late. I know what we're capable of, and we've just got to go and play to our ability, play to our potential. And again, I can't emphasize this enough, play the style of game we want to play.
Yeah, and I watched you guys all year and on the road, and when you guys are clicking, you guys can really play some good basketball. So I'm really looking forward to the rematch with Anaconda, although you guys are both different teams at this point. But the Divisional tournament is great to come see what happens, because you get 2 losses and you're out. So you still have a chance, right? But you want to get it done today.
Yeah. No, we really like our bracket, and that's nothing against anybody in our bracket. I mean, everybody's good, like I said, but we beat every team in our bracket besides our league, who haven't played this year. But again, we're in a great position right now. This is probably one of the few years where it didn't matter if you came in as the 3 or 4 seed or the 1 or 2 seed. Everybody's pretty equal. So again, we just got to go and do what we got to do and handle ourselves, do what we want to do, dictate the tempo, dictate the style of play. And like I said, if we do that, I think good things will happen. I do.
I totally agree with you, Coach, that, you have, I would say, the better draw, because Deer Lodge is on the other side. You wouldn't face them till later on. So you have a great opportunity. So I look so forward to watching you guys again after being away for a little bit. It's good to be back and be here at Divisionals. And good luck today, Coach, and thanks for joining on the pregame.
You bet. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, that's head coach John Hollow, the Bigfork Vikings pregame here before they take on the Anaconda Copperheads. Anaconda comes in at 11-9 as the number 2 seed out of District 6B, and the Vikings are the number 3 seed out of the 7B. And like I said, Deer Lodge is at the top, but this division are looking forward how they've been playing lately, but anybody's game for that second one, and Bigfork does have a good draw. Take on Anaconda, and we're a little bit behind going into this game because in the previous ball game, the winner of this game will take on Arlee, who took care of Eureka 58-51. So the 4th seed out of 6B able to take out the 1st seed, Eureka, 58-51. Eureka goes into a 9 o'clock game tomorrow morning and will take on the loser of this ball game. So the Vikes will either have Arlee or Eureka tomorrow, but right now they got to take on the Anaconda Copperheads here from Hamilton, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows, with you. 406-270-7384. And pregame brought to you by the Bigfork Village Florist, supporting the youth and activities of Bigfork for 43 years. Remember Village Florist for all of your floral and gift-giving needs. The Old Town Square at 8111 Highway 35 in Bigfork. 837-4282, Bonnie Norrish, the owner of Bigfork Village Florist. Check those out. Also, remember that the Northwestern Energy team members have a tradition of dedicated service and are committed to providing the highest quality customer service possible. When you need service, Northwestern Energy workers will be there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Northwestern Energy team members are proud to keep Montana energized. Northwestern Energy for Montana, and proud sponsors of Montana High School Athletics and sponsor of the Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament here from Hamilton, Montana. I'll take a short break, and I'll be back with your starting lineups from Hamilton, Montana, as the Vikings get ready to take on the Copperheads here in the Western B Divisionals. All right, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. As the Vikings get ready to take on the Copperheads, about a minute till tip-off. And the starting lineups brought to you by the Bigfork Harvest Foods. All your grocery needs, including an amazing bakery. They got a great deli and a little place there to get some deli and have some breakfast or some lunch right there at the store. Highway 35 at Bigfork, 837-5010. Marcus Bagos and the gang at Bigfork Harvest Foods. Well, first of all, the starting lineups for Anaconda, number 2 seed. They are in their white with silver lining and silver lettering. Yeah, they'll start a 5'11 senior, number 2, Kyler Gokenauer. Also a senior at 5'11, number 3, Michael Galley. A 6'3 junior, number 5, Braden Sawyer. At 6'2", just a sophomore, number 22, Eli Saltenberger. And number 40, a 6'5 junior for head coach Ron Roche Estes, assisted by his dad, Ron Estes, Steve Simon, and Dave Galley. The lineups for the Copperheads. For the Vikings, a little bit different starting lineup as Levi Taylor is still out on injury and Eli Hines is ineligible. So they'll start the captain, number 1, a 6'7 senior Colt Thornus. Wyatt Reichenbach gets the start, number 3, a 6'2 senior. Walker Fisher at the point guard, a 5'7 junior, number 5. A freshman at 6'1", 21, Isaac Epperly at guard. Isaac Bjorgi will get the starting spot at 6'1", a junior, number 23, Isaac Bjorgi. For head coach John Hallow, assisted by Bronson Harker and Jim Epperly. The managers, Alex Taylor, Kiara Amara, and Dana Sari. For the Vikings, well, they're going to announce the Vikings are in their road, their visiting team today being the lower seed, number 3, in their blue with silver lettering. So Thornus being introduced and going in alternating order. Gokenauer for Anaconda. Well, it should be a good matchup here. Bigfork might be playing a little bit short-handed without 2 of their starters today, but should be a good ball game. Yeah, we'll finish this up. Getting ready for tip-off. I think the key what John Hollow was talking about, the coach earlier, is they got to feed it inside to Colt. and he's got a battle against that 6'5" guy, and then work inside out, and Fisher, Reichenbach, as well as Epperly are really going to have to hit from the outside, and then Colt Thornus along with Isaac Bjorgi to help control the boards, box out, and not give Anaconda any second shots. But we'll see how that goes today, as Anaconda has Saltenberger at 6'2", and Hurley at 6'5", and Sawyer at 6'3". So, wrapping up the starting lines for both head coaches. And we'll get ready for the tip-off. Tip-off brought to you by Gaillard Painting. Interior and exterior painting and staining, pressure washing, parking lot striping, property caretaking. Chip Gaillard at 1080 Swan Horseshoe Drive in Bigfork. 210-7794. Or you can contact them at chipgaillard@yahoo.com. Proud sponsors of the Divisional Basketball Tournament for the Vikes and Vows. Your officials for today's ball game: Jamie Burr, Richie out of Ronan, Richie Board out of Hamilton, and Ben Johnson out of Missoula, Montana. And the tip, we're about ready to get underway. It's Hurley, and Bigfork controls the tip. Thornus in the backcourt to Epperly, gives it over to Fisher. Fisher will dribble it to the top of the key, over to White Reichenbach, top of the key, at free throw line to Epperly, kicks it out. Fisher, three-point shot from the right wing on the way, misses it, but Bjorgi right there for the rebound, puts it up, missing, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, rolls around the rim, and drops. And the Vikings score the first 2 points as Bjorgi is able to put it back for Bigfork, and they lead early 2-0 on the Montana Athletic scoreboard. Saltenberger with the basketball, top of the key, in his white with silver trim. And look at, feeds it over the far side to Sawyer. Sawyer, right wing in the corner, gives it up to Saltenberger, off three-point shot away, misses it, but Hurley gets the rebound, kicks it out to Golly, and Golly's shot up. He's got whistle blows, and he's going to be fouled on the play. That's going to be on number 21 for Bigfork. That's Epperly. That will put Golly at the line to shoot 2 for Anaconda. First shot up by Golly is good, and a 2-1 Viking lead with 7:10 to go here in quarter number 1 at the Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. Golly's second shot is up, rolls around the rim, comes off, and Bjorgi grabs the rebound for Bigfork. He'll give it out to Fisher. Fisher dribbling up the court, across the timeline for the Vikings. Over to Colt Thornus on the right wing, kicks it out. Fisher over to Epperly, backdoor court cut. Tried to feed Thornus, but the screen wasn't there, and Anaconda sniffed that one out. Goes out of bounds, and turnover by the Vikings. It will be Anaconda basketball, and a Vikes 2-1 lead. It up, Gokenauer. He's going to kick it over to Sawyer. Sawyer, long three-point shot, misses it, bounces off of Colt Thornus, and Hurley gets a rebound, kicks it back out to Sawyer. Sawyer, top of the key. Vikings in a man-to-man defense. Comes off the screen to Sawyer, drains a 3 from the left wing. Actually, they called it 2 as his foot was on the line. Thornus over to Fisher in the corner to Reichenbach, out to Epperly. Epperly looking to drive, spin move off the basketball bar, and no good. Bjorgi right there, can't handle the rebound, and brought down by Golly. Golly quickly up, across the timeline, top of the key, guarded by Epperly. On the drive, looking to drive, kicks it up, and knocked out of bounds by the Vikes, it looks like. It'll remain Anaconda basketball. 6:03 to go, and a 3-2 Copperhead lead over the Vikings early. Gokenauer to inbound under his own basket as they head right to left, out to Saltenberger, kicks it in the corner to Golly. Golly cross court to Sawyer, back to Golly on the left wing, three-point shot in the way, no good, and that'll go out of bounds. Turnover to Bigfork. And Vikings will get the basketball, 5:52 to go. And trailing by 1. On the far side, the Vikes heading left to right on your dial, Anaconda right to left. And Bigfork in their dark blues. Fisher with the basketball. Back to Reichenbach in the backcourt. Looking, kicks it up in the corner. Epperly, top of the key, comes to the free throw line, throws up the jumper, no good, but Bjorgi right there with the rebound, takes it up strong off the backboard, and is good for 2 by Isaac Bjorgi. And Bjorgi, the first 4 points for the Vikes in this ball game. 5:28 to go here. And the Vikings leading 4-3 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Sawyer, top of the key. And they're going to call a player control foul on the illegal screen by number 2, Kyler Gokenauer of Anaconda. And that is his first team foul. So one team foul apiece for each team. And Vikings with the basketball on the far side. Reichenbach into Fisher. Fisher back to Reichenbach. Looks in the middle, dribbles. Gives up his dribble, now gives it back to Fisher. Fisher looking to go right side. Pascal gets across timeline, tries to trap it, and on the far side, Bjorgi's going to come up and on the floor, kicks it out, Epperly. And Bigfork controls the basketball at the top of the key. Epperly looking underneath. Feeds it to Fisher on the right wing. Drives the top of the key over to Wyatt. Tries to get to Reichenbach, knocked away by Sawyer. Sawyer feeds it to Gokenauer, goes up, back to Sawyer, and a nice pass. That was Michael Galley from Gokenauer, and Galley scores. And the Copperheads lead 5-4. Fisher over to Thornus. Thornus, 6'7", can read over the top. Gives it up left side to Reichenbach. Reichenbach to Fisher. Fisher will dribble, set up to Epperly at the top of the key. Over to Reichenbach, left side. Back to Fisher in the corner to Epperly. Epperly, three-point shot from the corner is good as hits nothing but the bottom of the net, and a 7-5 lead for Bigfork. 4:09 to go on the Bigfork Village scoreboard. Gokenauer over to Sawyer. Sawyer looking to drive. Kicks it out. He in the corner to Saltenberger. Saltenberger kicks it out to Galley. Galley fakes a three, kicks it underneath. Hurley, he loses it, and Epperly tries to take it away, but the whistle blows. And we'll see. Might be the second personal. And it is on Isaac Epperly, and the second team foul on the Vikes with 3:55 to go. Inbound to Sawyer. Sawyer launches it up off the rebound, and Bjorgi will come up with the loose ball off the bottom side of the backboard. Gives it up to Epperly, back to Fisher. Fisher slowly coming across the timeline. The Vikes want to slow this game down and not run with Anaconda. Fisher over to Epperly in the right corner. Kicks it out to Bjorgi. Bjorgi, baseline looking to drive, and they're going to call a blocking foul underneath on Hurley, I believe. Yeah, that is on number 40, Landon Hurley. That's his second team foul. That was before the shot. Bigfork get the basketball into Reichenbach. Top of the key to Epperly. Epperly looking in the corner. Left wing, to Fisher. Fisher looking to dribble. Looking, kicks it out to Epperly. Out near half court is Epperly. He'll give it up to Reichenbach. Reichenbach over to Fisher. Long 3-point. The left wing is good. And a long bomb from about 25 feet by Fisher for 3 and a 10-5 Viking lead. Gokenauer over to Saltenberger. Saltenberger, left wing. Feeds it underneath the Hurley. Back out to Saltenberger. Saltenberger on the drive. Kicks it out to Sawyer. Sawyer pulls inside the 3-point line. Puts up a shot and misses. Just hits backboard. Galley goes up, gets Thornus in the air, and Thornus will foul him, and Galley will go to the line to shoot 2. So that's the first personal on Colt Thornus, and third team foul on the Vikes. 2:49 to go here. The Vikings double up. The Copperheads 10-5 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. First shot on the way for Galley is good. And wholesale substitutions, 3 key players come in for Bigfork. It's Asher Van Kampen, 0, along with number 14, Wyatt Duke, and number 15, Bryce Gilliard. Second shot by Galley. Off the rim, no good, and Duke pays dividends, gets a rebound, and it's 10-6 Viking lead. Van Kampen with the basketball. Will dribble across far sides, feeds it to Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking. He's going to drive, give it up to Duke. Duke goes up, and the whistle blows, and Duke will go to a free throw line and shoot 2 for the Vikes, and that may be the second on Hurley. Check that. That's on number 2, Kyler Gokenauer. That is his third team foul, and Wyatt Duke will shoot 2 for the Vikings. 2:34 to go in the first quarter. Off the rim and no good by Duke. Just needs to slow down and relax a little bit. And number 11, Peyton. Klonacki will come in for Anaconda with 2:34 to go. Duke, one more shot up and on the way this time. Also checking in for Anaconda, number 12, Leroy Wilson. And the Vikes lead by 5, 11-6. Inbound to Sawyer, back to Saltenberger. Saltenberger, wearing a brace on his right knee, crosses the timeline, guarded there by Fisher. Vikings in a man defense. Saltenberger will give it over to Sawyer. Back in the corner to Saltenberger, three-point shot on the way by Saltenberger is good from the right corner. Fisher will give it over to Van Kampen. Van Kampen looking, gets it across the timeline, feeds it up to Gilliard, over to Fisher, down baseline to Bjorgi, and knocked out of bounds there by number 12, Leroy Wilson by Anaconda, and it'll be Viking basketball underneath on the far side, under their own basket. Fisher inbounding, gives it up to Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking to drive out to Fisher, out to Gilliard. Three-point shot by Gilliard is good from the top of the key, and a 14-9 Bigfork lead. 1:50 to go. Saltenberger quickly across the timeline for Anaconda, over to Sawyer. Sawyer on the left wing gives it out to Wilson, back out to Sawyer. Sawyer looking to drive. He'll kick it down. Saltenberger, spin move inside the three-point line, throws it up, no good, and Gilliard will get the rebound for the Vikes. Van Kampen over to Fisher. Back out to Van Kampen. Give it up to Reichenbach. Back to Fisher. Fisher on the left wing. Looking. Out to Van Kampen near half court. 1:10 to go. Van Kampen kicks it over to Fisher. Fisher back to Van Kampen, top of the key. Trying to get underneath to Bjorgi. Nice pass. Bjorgi can try to finish, and he'll take steps. And traveling violation on Bjorgi. Turnover by Bigfork. And Galley returns for Anaconda. And Colt Thorne is back in for the Vikes with 1 minute to go here till at the end of the first quarter. Sawyer with the basketball. Looking off the screen, throws up a three-pointer. No good. Colt Thorne tips it up and on the ground and ties it up. Thornus with Wilson as they're tipping it around there. And it'll be Anaconda basketball as the arrow points towards them out of their own basket. And Saltenberger will bring it in. Send it in for Anaconda on the near side out of their own basket. Saltenberger looking in the corner to Wilson and knocked out of bounds by Van Kampen. And remain Anaconda basketball. Under 50 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Saltenberger into Sawyer. Sawyer looking, left wing. He'll bring it out to the top of the key. Out near half court, about halfway. Sawyer looking to set. Kicks it over to Saltenberger. Saltenberger, left wing. Out to Sawyer, top of the key. Looking to drive is Sawyer. And a whistle blows. And a foul is going to be called on Asher Van Kampen, his first 14th foul. So Anaconda brings it in, out to Sawyer from Saltenberger, and Sawyer looking to set up for one last shot. It looks like off the screen, Saltenberger launches the three off the rim, no good. Right Duke with the basketball, Saltenberger gets the loose ball out to Galley. Galley looking to drive, up and under, gives it up, and blocked there by Colt Thornus on the shot by Klonacki, and stolen away by Galley from Van Kampen. And traveling violation as Galley tries to drive. And Gilliard right there for the Vikes. 11.8 to go. 14-9 Bigfork lead. Inbound to Van Kampen. Quickly up to Thornus. Thornus looking. Kicks it out. Gilliard over to Fisher. Long three-point shot in the way. In and out. No good. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. And the first quarter brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. And the Vikes lead 14-9 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. The Montana Athletic Club features weights machines, cardio machines with internet capability, state-of-the-art life fitness and hammer, strength weight machines, gymnasium, basketball court, swimming pool, locker rooms, Pilates, aerobics, yoga, spin, indoor racquetball and squash, and outdoor tennis courts, Hex indoor tanning beds, on-site AstroTrainer desk, and a concierge desk. And new to the MAC, the MISA functional training area and the Jungle Gym daycare, along with the recovery room and updated locker rooms. All that going on at the Montana Athletic Club. Doug Malum and Nancy Malum, proud sponsors of Bigfork Athletics. 14-9, the end of one. We'll be back with the second quarter from Hamilton, Montana. All right. Welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. The Western B Divisional basketball tournament. Second quarter basketball belongs to the Vikings. So Gillard, Thornus, Reichenbach, Epperly, and Fisher in the ball game for the Vikes. Sawyer, Saltenberger, Galley, Hurley, along with Klanacki. Gillard, top of the key. We'll give it out to Epperly. Epperly, about halfway between the top of the key and half court. Looking to set it up. Feeds it underneath Thornus. Thornus, left-handed shot off the rim, just a bit too strong and no good. Rebounded by Hurley out to Galley. Galley quickly up the court for Anaconda and goes right in. And Colt Thornus is standing right there. And the whistle blows. And check that foul. It's on number 3, Reichenbach, not Thornus. His first 15th foul. Anaconda basketball. Gives it up to Sawyer. Sawyer left side. Brings it out near the half-court line. Here in Hamilton, Montana. Kicks it over. Gives it up to Galley. Galley looking underneath the Hurley. Hurley kicks it to Klanacki. On the up and under and makes it for 2. On Peyton. Klanacki. Reichenbach gets it from Fisher back to Fisher as they cross the timeline. Tries to throw to Thornus and throws it away. Hurley intercepts for Anaconda and Galley across the timeline. Galley looks over, gives it to Sawyer on the left wing extended. Sawyer back out to Saltenberger. Saltenberger will give it over to Galley. Back to Saltenberger. To Galley on the right wing. Underneath the Hurley, kicks in the corner, got Saltenberger. Back to Hurley against Thornus, and Thornus blocks him out of bounds and off of Hurley and Anaconda, and it'll be Viking basketball. Wyatt Duke comes back in for Bigfork, replacing Fisher. Quickly up, Epperly gives it up to Gillard. Gillard underneath. Gives it around. Thornus with the dunk for the Vikes. A nice pass there by Wyatt Duke as the Vikings move the basketball at a 16-11 lead for Bigfork on your Harvest Foods scoreboard with 6:10 to go till halftime. Sawyer in the corner to Saltenberger. Saltenberger back out to Sawyer. Sawyer guarded by Epperly, top of the key. Drives right in at him and rebound. Knocked away. Saltenberger comes up with it, throws it up, no good. And Sawyer will come out with a rebound for the Copperheads. And Bigfork needs to do a better job underneath at boxing out and not giving them those second shots. Over Saltenberger, left wing, three-point shot on the way was no good. Hurley comes in, battling Thornus. Thornus knocks it off the backboard and corrals the rebound. He'll give it up to Epperly. Epperly crosses the timeline, feeds it to Gillard. Over at Reichenbach. In the corner to Wyatt Duke. Back out to Gillard. Gillard left-handed shot from the elbow is good for Bigfork. A 7-point lead. 5:21 to go. Sawyer across the timeline for Anaconda. Sawyer top of the key, off the screen by Hurley. Looking to drive. Drives right into Thornus and throws it off the backboard. No good. But he'll go to the free throw line and shoot a couple with Braden Sawyer. And that'll be the second personal on Colt Thornus. And looks like Bjorgi ready to check in for Bigfork and get Thornus out of the ballgame. Sawyer's first shot up and on the way is good. And Isaac Bjorgi will come in. He replaces Bryce Gillard. And Gokenauer will place Klanacki for Anaconda. 5:09 to go to halftime. And Sawyer will get one more for the Copperheads. Shot off the rim, off the backboard, and drops. Inbound to Epperly from Reichenbach. Anaconda takes off the full court press, and Epperly out near half court, looking to slow things down for Bigfork as they lead 18-13 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. Under 5 minutes to go. Reichenbach on the drive, kicks it out. Epperly, top of the key. Thought about the three-point shot. Wyatt Duke on the left wing. Back out to Epperly at the top of the key for the Vikings. Hollow slowing it down. Over to Reichenbach on the left wing. Gives it up to Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking to drive. Stolen away by Gokenauer. Around the back. Gives it up to Galley. Galley on the breakaway. Makes the layup for two for Anaconda. Quickly into Epperly. Epperly will slow things down in a three-point ball game. 18-15. The Vikes lead by 3. Epperly gives it over to White Duke. On the left wing to Reichenbach. Epperly is going to get a three-point shot out of the way by Epperly off the rim, no good. But Bjorgi right there crowds the rebound and puts it up, but can't quite make it. And Braden Sawyer comes up with the rebound for Anaconda. Looking to drive is Sawyer. Kicks it out. Saltenberger looking to drive. Over to Thorness, shoots a shot. Thorness gets the rebound for Bigfork and gives it up to Epperly in the backcourt. Epperly will dribble her up slowly. Crosses the timeline for the Vikings. Looking to set it up. As Anaconda in a zone. It looks like a 2-3 zone for the Copperheads. They're making them come out. Duke back to Epperly. So making Anaconda come out and play defense. Over to White Reichenbach on the left side. Over to Epperly. Epperly looking to drive is Epperly. And knocked away by Anaconda. Quickly up to Galley. Reichenbach back for Bigfork. And Thorness blocks it with authority. And they're going to call a third personal on Colt Thorness, I believe, as Galley went up. It looked like a clean block. Galley will get 2, and that'll be the third personal on Thorness here in the first half. Galley's first shot, short, off the rim, no good. Walker Fisher and Bryce Gilliard return for the Vikes. So not having Levi Taylor or Eli Hines today makes the bench a little bit short for the Vikings. Galley gets one more shot off the rim and no good. Hurley comes up with the rebound. Gokenauer, long three-point shot off the rim and no good. Bjorgi with the rebound for the Vikings with 3 minutes to go to halftime and a 3-point lead by Bigfork. On the UPS Store scoreboard is a lead 18-15. Epperly, right wing, gives it up to Gilliard. And he's going to get fouled by Hurley. And that's going to put him at the line for the bonus 1-1, as that is the second personal on Hurley. 14th foul. No free throws. My bad. And Wilson will come back in for Anaconda along with Konecki. Fisher, Gilliard in the corner with a three-point shot. And Duke tries to come up with a rebound. As Gilliard's shot is no good, it knocks it out of bounds. Bigfork has 17 fouls, and Anaconda has 4, so no free throws on that. Gokenauer, top of the key. He'll give it up to Sawyer. Sawyer on the left wing with 2:38 to go. Over to Saltenberger. Saltenberger thought about the three-point shot, gave it up to Sawyer. Sawyer guided by Duke on the drive against Bjorgi. Puts it up, no good. Bjorgi comes up strong with the rebound, and he got fouled on that. And I believe that's against 22 Saltenberger, and it is. That's his first 15th foul. And Vikings will inbound to Epperly, to Fisher, with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go here till halftime. Fisher fakes, looking, gives it over to Epperly on the left wing. Kicks it over to Wyatt Duke. Wyatt Duke on the right wing. Fisher over to Epperly, left wing. Back to Fisher, looking open for a three-point shot. It's Fisher. Nice shot, tipped out by Bjorgi, and he's going to get called for the push, and that'll put Anaconda at the line, shooting 1-1. That's the first personal on Isaac Bjorgi. And the 18th foul on the Vikings here in the first half. So at the line, it'll be number 12, Leroy Wilson, with a 1-and-1 opportunity for Anaconda. First shot up, no good. And Duke right there for the rebound. He'll give it up to Epperly. 2 minutes to go till halftime. 18-15 the score remains on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Gives it up to Gilliard. Gilliard, the freshman, top of the key, gives it over to Epperly. Baseline to Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking. Back out. Gilliard in the corner to Fisher. Top of the key to Gilliard. Over to Fisher. Launches the three-point shot. The left wing in and out. Bjorgi right there. Puts it back it up. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. Off the board and good for two. But Isaac Bjorgi has a heck of a game here in the first half. And timeout. A 30-second timeout will be taken by Anaconda. And 20-15, 1:29 to go till halftime on UPS Store scoreboard as the Viking leads. Check out the UPS Store board, Brad Stodgill and the gang at the UPS Store for all your printing and shipping needs. 439 Grand Avenue in Bigfork, Montana, 837-2002. Proud sponsors of Vikings and Valkyries basketball and the Divisional basketball tournament here in Hamilton, Montana. Well, 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. The winner of this ball game takes on Arlee, a 58-51 winner over Eureka in the first game of the tournament. And Anaconda will inbound with 1:29 to go. Inbound to Sawyer from Saltenberger. On the right wing, Sawyer looking to drive, drives right in. And Bjorgi slipped a little bit, trying to get out there to take the charge. And he's going to get called for the personal, I believe. Yes, he is. That's his second, the 19th foul. That'll put Sawyer at the line for a 1-and-1. Oh, check that. They're saying 2. It's 19th foul. But I didn't think he was shooting. And they said he was. So first shot by Sawyer is good. And Reichenbach will come back in replacing Epperly. So the Vikings a little bit of foul trouble in the post here in the first half. Bjorgi with 2 and Colt Thornus with 3. Second shot by Sawyer is good. They pull within 3, 20-17. Into Fisher. Reichenbach strong. Gives it to Fisher. He's fouled in the backcourt by number 11, Peyton. Klinecki. And that will be Klinecki's first personal 16th foul. One more, and the Vikings will be in the bonus. Inbound, Reichenbach gives it over to Bjorgi in the backcourt. Bjorgi looking in the middle. Stolen away by Wilson. Anaconda takes to the basket and scores. Reichenbach, backcourt, pressure put on by Anaconda. All they have to do is break it. Over to Fisher. Fisher got to get it across the timeline and attack. Kicks it over. Bryce Gilliard kicks it out. Fisher, top of the key. Under a minute to go. Over to Reichenbach on the left side. Gives it up to Fisher. Fisher, top of the key, making Anaconda come out and play defense. They're packed into that 2-3. Reichenbach gives it up to Gilliard at the free throw line. Gilliard back out to Fisher as the Vikings head coach John Otto calling for one shot before halftime. The Vikings want to take the lead at halftime as they lead by 1, 20-19. They hold for one. That'll be the case here against Anaconda. Gives it over. Bjorgi. Bjorgi out to Walker Fisher. Out near half court. Gives it over to Reichenbach. Both Reichenbach and Fisher are out near half court trying to get Anaconda come out. Under 10 seconds to go. Fisher get over to Reichenbach. Reichenbach, three-point shot for the wing. Off the rim and no good. Saltenberger comes up the rebound. Wilson looking. Chucks it from about three-quarters court. It is way short and off the mark. So your halftime score brought to you by Bigfork Village Forest. It is the Bigfork Vikings 20 and the Anaconda Copperheads 19 here at halftime in Hamilton, Montana at the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. And the Vikings, a little bit of foul trouble. Bjorgi with 2. And Colt Thornus picked up that third. I thought he went it straight up and made a nice block, but he has 3. So That'll be key here in the second half. I'll be back with your halftime stats here from Hamilton, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows. I'll be back with you momentarily. All right, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana, the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. Halftime is brought to you by the UPS Store. For all your printing and shipping needs, 439 Grand Avenue in Bigfork, Montana, 837-2002. Brad Stodgill and the gang down at the UPS Store. Proud sponsors of Bigfork Vikings and Valkyries Athletics and the Divisional Basketball Tournament. Take a look at the halftime. First of all, we'll take a look at the scoring for Anaconda. It was Michael Galley. Looked like he was leading the way. He's 2 for 6 at the free throw line. That's good for Bigfork with 6 points. And Sawyer, 4 for 4 from the free throw line with 2. He's also got 6. Wilson with 2. 3 by Saltenberger on that 3-point shot. 9 in the first, 10 in the second for 19 total here at halftime. So Sawyer's their big shooter there for Anaconda. And we'll take a look at what the Vikings did here. And taking a look at what Bigfork had 14 in the first, but only 6 in the second as Colt Thornus got into foul trouble. Colt with only 2. Walker Fisher with a big 3. Wyatt Duke, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, is Wyatt Duke. And he has 1. 5 by Bryce Good, a nice three-pointer, another 2, and leading the way with 6 points. Isaac Bjorgi, those first 4 early, getting those rebounds and pounding the glass for Bigfork. With 14 in the first, 6 in the second, they got 20 at halftime. They're going to have to come out and talking to those guys earlier. What Coach Hollow preaches is the first 5 minutes of the second half are the key to the ball game. They got to come out fast, especially with Thornus in foul trouble with 3 early. But the Vikings leading here 2019 at halftime. Brought to you by the UPS store. Earlier action in the 9 o'clock ball game to kick off this tournament. It was our lead with a 58-51 win over Eureka. A very good ball game. They were tied early, and then at the end, Eureka was able to build a 10-plus point lead and hold off Eureka as they hit some threes down the stretch, trying to extend the game. They had brought it back to within 5, but Arley making their free throws to close that one. The winner of this ball game will take on Arley tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon in the semifinals. The loser will take on Eureka at 9 a.m. in a loser-out ball game right here in Hamilton, Montana. So the Vikes would rather win and take on Arley, who they have not faced this year. This is the second time playing Anaconda, as they beat Anaconda back on December 21st by 4, 66-62. So, and they faced Eureka a couple times during the year. Well, James LaFontaine with you at 406-270-7384. Text me, let me know if you're listening out there. I know Brad Stodchill from the UPS store is listening out there. And we'll get the second half of this ballgame, including the starters from Hamilton, Montana, and the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament as the players come out of the locker room here with about 2 minutes till tip. Be back momentarily with your second half from Hamilton, Montana. All right, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. James LaFontaine with you. And shout out to Brenda Jort listening out there and her family. And it'll be Anaconda basketball to start the second half. They got Gokenauer, Saltenberger, Hurley, Golly and Sawyer to start the second half for the Vikes. It'll be the same starters, Epperly, Reichenbach, Thornus, Bjorgi, and Fisher. Golly, free throw line, kicks it out to Gokenauer. Three-point shot is short, no good, and Bjorgi will come up with the rebound for Bigfork. Gives it to Epperly in the backcourt. Pressure taken off by Anaconda here to start the second half. Epperly kicks it over to Thornus on the right wing. Out to Epperly, top of the key, extended. Epperly over to Fisher, lobs the pass up, gives it to Thornus. Thornus kicks it out. Reichenbach, three-point shot on the way, no good. And right there, Fisher catches the rebound on the far side. Kicks it out to Epperly. Epperly on the right wing. He'll bring the top of the key, give it over to Reichenbach, back to Fisher. Fisher over on the right side, over the left side to Reichenbach, underneath to Epperly. Epperly free throw line, kicks it out. Reichenbach, three-point shot on the way, a real strong, and Thornus comes up with the rebound. He's going to take it up, but he's fouled on the ground before he has a chance to shoot the basketball. It'll be foul on Sawyer, his first team foul here in the second half. Bigfork inbound to Reichenbach, to Epperly, top of the key. Bjorgi inside the free throw line up the backboard, no good, strong. And Thornus comes up with it, knocks it away, but Saltenberger comes up with the rebound, gives it over to Gokenauer. Gokenauer across the timeline, guarded by Epperly, over to Sawyer. Stole away, Bjorgi intercepts the pass, he's going to go all the way, and tries to throw it down, and misses it. It goes out of bounds. Mistimed his steps. Does Bjorgi instead of taking the shirt too, trying to get that down. And Anaconda with the basketball. Gokenauer. Golly, guarded by Reichenbach. Golly on the drive, off the backboard. He's going to get fouled by Reichenbach, who's done a great job here in the latter half of the season, rebounding and playing defense. That'll be the second personal on Reichenbach, first team foul, and Golly will go to the line to shoot two for Anaconda. No score yet in the second half, and Golly's first free throw is good. We're tied at 20. 6:22 to go on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Second shot, in and out, and Thornus grabs the rebound for the Vikes. Over to Fisher. Fisher will bring it across the timeline, slowing things up and being very deliberate out to Reichenbach. Fisher, left wing, back to Reichenbach. Epperly on the right wing. Looks it, kicks it up to Reichenbach, top of the key. Reichenbach looking, almost forced it in. Thornus kicks it out to Epperly. Backside to Fisher. Over to Reichenbach. Epperly looking for a good shot is Bigfork. Reichenbach, Fisher. Three-point shot on the way. It's going to be short by Fisher. Had to shoot it over Saltenberger. And Gokenauer with the rebound for Anaconda. Gives it over to Sawyer. In the corner to Golly. Golly going to drive baseline. Gets Thornus up in the air. And right there is Hurley as Golly misses it, but Hurley puts it back up and in for Anaconda, and a 2-point lead for the Copperheads with 5:25 to go. Fisher across the timeline. He'll get up to Epperly. On the right wing, or left wing to Reichenbach. Bjorgi, jump shot inside the free throw line is no good. Gokenauer quickly up the court for Anaconda. And Gokenauer goes in, trips over Reichenbach's foot, and tries to trip up Reichenbach. Gilliard will come in the game for Bigfork, replacing Bjorgi. And that is the third personal on Gokenauer, and second team foul here in the second half. Sawyer, or excuse me, check that. Number 5, Walker Fisher, top of the key. They're looking to slow things down. They get over to Reichenbach. Reichenbach out to Epperly. 3-point shot from the left right wing is off the rim, no good. Thornus comes up with a rebound, and he's going to get called for his fourth personal, and he'll have to sit down. He went up strong, grabbed that ball, but second team foul on Bigfork, and Thornus in foul trouble here in the third quarter. Sawyer looking to drive, trying to get at Thornus, takes it up against him. Hurley takes the missed shot, puts it back in for Anaconda at a 4-point lead with 4:34 to go. Epperly gives it up to Fisher. They got to hit some outside shot. Left wing, to Reichenbach underneath to Gilliard. Gilliard takes it up, dishes it down. Colt Thornus off the backboard, gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good. And rebounded by Anaconda. Sawyer. And quickly up the court. Gives it up to Gokenauer. Gokenauer guarded by Epperly at the top of the key. Looking, kicks it over to Golly. Golly to Hurley. Hurley on the right corner. Out to Golly. Golly looking to drive. And takes it right at Colt Thornus. And trying to get Thornus' 5th foul. Hurley gets a rebound. Bigfork's got to do a better job. And Fisher. They're going to call Walker Fisher the shortest guy on the court with an over the back. Anyway, that's his first and third team foul. Wyatt Duke will replace Colt Thornus, gets him out of the ball game for Bigfork. So it'll be Anaconda basketball underneath the near side. Kicks it out Sawyer, top of the key, 3-point shot short. Saltenberger comes in and knocked away. Wyatt Reichenbach comes up with the rebound. They'll give it up to Epperly. Epperly across the timeline for Bigfork. Gives it over to Fisher. Fisher going to slow things down for Bigfork. Epperly, left wing, Reichenbach. Reichenbach looking to drive. Fisher. Gilliard, baseline. Gilliard looking, kicks it out. Epperly, 3-point shot for the right wing is good. And timeout taken by the Vikings. 3:19 to go here in quarter number 3. And a big 3-point shot by Isaac Epperly. And the Vikes are trailed by 1, 24-23 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And it'll be a full timeout. So we'll be back momentarily with the rest of the third quarter as the Vikings trail 24-23 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard from Hamilton, Montana. So welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes, out with you. And the Vikings trail by 1, 24-23 on a big 3-point shot there by Isaac Epperly. We're keeping the score down, which Coach Hollow wanted to do, but we got to hit some big shots from the outside. Thornus in foul trouble, and Duke's going to have to play some more minutes along with Bjorgi and Bryce Gilliard. So Gokenauer across the timeline for Anaconda. They're heading left to right under now. The Vikes hit right to left. Gives it over to Golly on the left wing. Golly looking to drive. Kicks it in. Gokenauer underneath the Hurley. Hurley out the backboard is good for 2. And Vikings inbound to Fisher and trail by 3, 26-23. Under 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Fisher to Duke. Left wing to Epperly. Epperly looking to drive, top of the key, gives it over to Wyatt Duke. Wyatt Duke thought about the 3-point shot, faked it, gives it free throw line. Fisher on the left wing is good for 3. On a nice pass by Bryce Gilliard, and we're tied at 26. Saltenberger over to Sawyer. Sawyer fakes it. Gokenauer thought about the long 3-point shot. Sawyer will drive baseline, puts up the floater, good for 2. And a 2-point lead for Anaconda, 28-26 on your Bigfork Village scoreboard. Fisher gives it over to Duke. Duke left wing will bring it out to Fisher. Fisher out near half court. Over to Epperly. Gokenauer putting on pressure. Over to Duke. Fisher. Epperly, top of the key. Hollow screaming out. They run the play. Over to Fisher. Fisher looking underneath. Had Bjorgi for a moment. Kicks it over to Epperly. Epperly looking. Looks to drive. Pulls up the free throw line. Duke gets a rebound, puts it back up, and good for the Vikes. And Duke will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way as we're tied at 28. And that is the third personal on Landon Hurley, the big guy for Anaconda, as we're tied at 28. And Duke goes to the free throw line. He'll get one, try to complete the three-point play. And up and good as the Vikings take the lead by one, 29-28. With 1:40 to go here till the end of the third quarter. Saltenberger over to Sawyer, left wing. Sawyer looking underneath, out to Galley. Galley, top of the key, halfway between half court, gives it over to Sawyer. Sawyer looking, screened by Hurley. Free throw line, Epperly right there. And Epperly nearly steals it away from Sawyer. Sawyer drives, kicks it over to Hurley. Hurley out to Saltenberger. Saltenberger to Sawyer on the left wing. Kicks it about to Saltenberger. Back to Sawyer. Thought about the three-point shot. Over to Saltenberger. Saltenberger, top of the key, driving, free throw line. Kicks it out to Galley. Galley looking. Free throw line, pulls up, off the rim, and no good. And rebounded there by Bryce Gilliard. The freshman doing a nice job for the Vikes in the ball game. And Epperly slowly brings it up under 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Back to Epperly from Fisher. Epperly tries to drive, and he'll get fouled by number 12, Leroy Wilson, in the ballgame for Anaconda. With just under 50 seconds, 49.4 to go here in quarter number 3. Gilliard will inbound near the scorer's table on the far side. Gilliard in the corner, Epperly. Thought about the three-point shot, pulls up, finds Wyatt Duke out on the left side, out to Fisher. Right side to Epperly. Looked like they're holding it for one. Epperly looking to drive. Kicks it over. Gives it to Bjorgi. Back out to Epperly. Left side to Fisher. Pass nearly taken away by Wilson. Epperly comes up with it. 20 seconds to go. Fisher, left side, over to Epperly. So the Vikings really slowing things down and keeping the score down so they can control things. Epperly, they just got to come up with a key shot. Wyatt Duke on the right wing, out to Epperly, over to Fisher. Backdoor court, and Bjorgi goes up too strong. Gilliard comes up with the rebound, puts it up, and nearly makes it as the ball bounces around off the rim and no good. So 3 quarters in the books. On your Gilliard painting scoreboard, it's the Vikings 29 and the Copperheads 28 at the end of 3 from the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. I'll be back with the fourth quarter here, and it should be some exciting action here from Hamilton, Montana. All right, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. Second game of the tournament as the Vikings taking on the Copperheads. Here it's fourth quarter action time. It'll be Bigfork basketball to start the fourth quarter and a 1-point lead, 29-28 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. This fourth quarter brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Gilliard, Epperly, Fisher, Bjorgi, and Duke. The lineup for the Vikings: Brokenauer, Wilson, Sawyer, Klanacki, and Hurley for Anaconda. Epperly, look on the drive, pulls up the free throw line, no good. Bjorgi right there with the rebound, goes up strong, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and scores, and will go to the free throw line to shoot the N1 for the Vikings. So Bjorgi playing a great ball game, finishing it strong. Goes up the first time, misses it, but gets his own rebound, takes it back up, and puts it in. And trying the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Off the rim and no good. And Hurley will come up the rebound. So a three-point lead with 7 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Brokenauer, top of the key for Anaconda. Gives it up to Wilson. Wilson feeds it Hurley, baseline. A little floater on the baseline for 2 for Anaconda. Into Epperly, backcourt pressure put on by Anaconda. Bryce Gilliard across the timeline with the basketball. Gives it up to Epperly. Over to Fisher. Fisher on the left side. Back to Epperly as the Vikings really slowing things down. back and forth from between Fisher and Epperly. In the corner to Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking. Fisher drives, gives it to Epperly. Kicks it over the right side. Epperly looking to drive. Kicks it over to Fisher. Fisher, three-point shot on the way off the rim and no good. And a long rebound run down by number 11. Anaconda gives it up to Hurley, quickly up to Sawyer from Gokenauer. And Gokenauer will pull it back out. Top of the key. Vikes in the 2-3 zone. Over to Sawyer on the right side. Wilson in the right corner. Gives it up to Hurley. Hurley looking, kicks it out and take it away. A loose ball come up by Fisher as that pass was intended for Claraki for Anaconda. Fisher across the timeline. Gives it up to Duke. Left wing to Epperly as they slow things down. Back to Fisher. Three-point shot by Fisher. He's not afraid. He drains it from the left corner for three. Splashdown by the Vikings. And a 34-30 Viking leads on the UPS Store scoreboard with 6:08 to go here in the ball game. Quickly up. And Sawyer, top of the key for Bigfork. A 2-3 zone by Bigfork. Pulls it up. And baseline, Gokenauer runs right in, and a player control foul. And right there to take the charge is number 23, Isaac Bjorgi, who's having a heck of a ball game. And that'll be the fourth personal on Gokenauer as Reichenbach, along with Van Kampen, come in for Bigfork. And Galley and Saltenberger return for Anaconda with 5:57 to go. Quickly in, Epperly. Quickly up, Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking. Finds Gilliard. Gilliard on a breakaway. Going to take it up off the backboard. Looked like he got fouled. No call. And Saltenberger comes up with a miss. Quickly up to Galley. Galley in the left corner. Thought about shooting. Spin move. Goes up and he travels. And a good call by the official. He didn't come to a hop step. He shuffled his feet. And it'll be turnover to Bigfork. 5:43 to go, a 4-point lead, 34-30 the Vikings lead. Inbound to Gilliard, gives it up to Bjorgi. Bjorgi in the backcourt, looking, gives it over to Epperly. Epperly will bring it across the timeline for the Vikings. Guarded by Galley, gives it over to Van Kampen. Van Kampen on the right side for Bigfork. Looking, kicks it over, Epperly. Reichenbach, Gilliard, left wing shot, off, no good, and Bjorgi's gap, he's going to get called for over the back or pushing violation, as he tried to tip that rebound out. And that'll be his third personal and fourth team foul. And Bjorgi needs a breather because he's been playing really well for the Vikings. Thordis will come back in with 4 personals for Bigfork with 5:20 to go. Saltenberger kicks it in the corner. Galley shot off the rim and no good. Van Kampen comes up with the rebound for Bigfork. He'll kick it over to Reichenbach. Reichenbach across the right side. Pulls it up. Looking to pull it out. Gives it up to Epperly. Epperly. Reichenbach on the right wing. Kicks it up to Colt Thornus. Tips it out. And Sawyer comes up with a loose ball. Epperly looking to try to take the charge. And no call. Sawyer scores and knocks down Epperly. And 4:49 to go as Anaconda pulls within 2. With 4:49 to go here to the ball game, and the Vikes lead 34-32 on your Bigfork Village scoreboard. A full timeout taken by Anaconda, and we'll take a small break and be right back here with the rest of the fourth quarter from Hamilton, Montana, the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. All right, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. 4:49 to go. And the Bigfork basketball underneath. And Galley, Saltenberger, Wilson, Klanicki, and Sawyer for Anaconda. Reichenbach, Van Kampen, Thornus, Epperly, and Gilliard for Bigfork. Van Kampen on the right wing, kicks it out to Epperly as they get the ball across half court. Epperly with the basketball, looking in the corner. Gilliard shot on the way, too strong off the rim, and Saltenberger comes up with a rebound for Anaconda. Kicks it quickly down. Klenacki, baseline jumper is good, and will tie the game up at 34. 4:19 to go here in quarter number 4. Inbound to Thornus. Back to Gilliard, back to Reichenbach. Thornus looking, gets it over the timeline to Epperly. Epperly looking to drive, takes it up strong, blocked, but gets his own ball back from Sawyer and scores as Epperly off the backboard in a 36-34 lead. Under 4 minutes to go. Golly, top of the key. Gives it over to Saltenberger. Saltenberger on the right wing. Looking underneath. Over to Sawyer on the left side. He loses it out of bounds. And Fisher and Fisher and Bjorgi comes back in for the Vikings. Saltenberger along with Wilson go out. Gokenauer with 4 personals back in, along with Hurley for Anaconda. Inbound. In the backcourt is Reichenbach. Reichenbach to Epperly. Epperly looking, drives it all the way in. Takes it past Hurley and scores by the freshman, Epperly. Inbound. Gokenauer, top of the key for Anaconda. Over to Sawyer on the left wing. Back out to Gokenauer. 3:25 to go. Gokenauer kicks it over to Golly. Baseline. Klenacki. Shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, and takes it up, and jumps into Thornus, and that may be his 5th. And that will be, as Vikings did not do a good job on Klenacki's shot of boxing him out. He ran around, got the rebound, and ran right into Thornus, and that is the 5th personal on Colt Thornus. He's back. He's out of the ball game. And the 15th foul. It's Wyatt Duke comes back in for Bigfork. And Klenacki at the line to shoot 2 for Anaconda. First shot off the back of the rim and no good. And Bigfork's got to get big and rebound. And Klenacki will get one more. This time he makes this one, and a 3-point ball game. Quickly into Epperly, 3:19 to go. And the Vikings looking to slow down. Anaconda putting pressure. Double teaming, over to Reichenbach. Reichenbach looking, over to Epperly. Epperly gets the rebound on the right side. The pass, Fisher, over to Reichenbach. Back to Epperly. Epperly underneath the White Duke. White to Duke. A nice pass from Epperly. Scores underneath off the basket for 2. And a 40-35 lead. 2:50 to go. Gokenauer. Top of the key. Sawyer. Left side and left wing. Looking underneath is Sawyer. Brings it out. And Anaconda will have to take a timeout. 2:42 to go. Here in the ballgame, the Vikings with a 5-point lead on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard here in Hamilton, Montana. And it is a 30-second timeout. Saltenberger will return for Anaconda. And we'll stay right here with the action going on. Well, throwing this out, so Bjorgi, along with Wyatt Duke and others, are going to have to be strong on boxing out and rebounding here down the stretch. Team fouls, 6 against Anaconda and 5 against Bigfork. And one more against Anaconda. Bigfork will be in the one-on-one bonus. And Saltenberger to inbound near their bench on the far side. Gets it into Gokenauer. Gokenauer again has 4 personals for Anaconda. He'll give it up, looking to get it to Sawyer. He'll drive over the left wing. Throws it up to Golly. Golly fakes, pump fakes, goes up, and blocked by Reichenbach. He fouls him on the arm, and Golly will go to the line. And he'll shoot 2. That is the 3rd personal on Reichenbach, and the 16 fouls. So 16 fouls apiece for both teams, the Copperheads and the Vikings. Golly at the line. First shot up. Rolls around off the rim, off the backboard, and falls for Golly, and he'll get one more. The Vikings got to do a good job of boxing out here. Puts the second shot up. That one finds up at the bottom of the net. And 2:33 to go, a 3-point lead for Bigfork. Reichenbach gets it into Epperly. Epperly fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. shoot the N1. He's getting fouled by number 22, Saltenberger. That'll be the 17th foul. So Epperly, the Bigfork Vikings, now in the bonus, as that is a 7th team foul against Anaconda. And that is his second. Number 22, Saltenberger. And Epperly to the line, shooting 1-1. Off the rim and no good. He's usually pretty good about it. And they're going to call a foul on the rebound on Bjorgi. That is his 4th. He's got to be smart there with that Colt being out. We need him in the ball game. His 4th personal 17 foul, and that'll be Landon Hurley to the line for Anaconda, shooting a 1-1. First shot off the rim and no good. And they missed that call underneath where Reichenbach got pushed by Hurley, or check that, by Anaconda, no foul called. 2:29 to go. Inbounds it, stolen away by Bigfork. Epperly gets a hand on it, throws it up, and Golly intercepts it as it's intended for Reichenbach. And scores to pull within one, and a quick timeout, a full timeout taken by the Copperheads. And the Vikings got to be a little more patient on that pass because Golly was right there to intercept that. 2:21 to go. Vikings lead 40-39. Both teams in the 1-1 bonus. And Colt Thornus already out with 5, and Bjorgi with 4. Some others are going to have to step up big time here in this ball game. We're back more of the fourth quarter, the rest of the fourth quarter with 2:21 to go. 40-39. The Vikes lead on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. All right, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana, the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. The Vikes lead by 1. So Reichenbach to inbound. 4 across for Bigfork. Inbounds to Epperly in the backcourt. Gives it up to Reichenbach. Reichenbach looking. Pressure put on by Anaconda at the half court. And Reichenbach gets it across. Gives it over to Epperly. Epperly looking in a timeout. There's almost nearly a 5-second call. And timeout taken by Bigfork. It will be a 30-second timeout here with 2:06 to go in the ball game. Reichenbach gave up his dribble, and that's where Anaconda's trying to trap just as they could across half court and looking to feed it up, has to throw it up, but Epperly came up with it. But Coach John Hollow called a timeout before the 5-second violation. $2:06 to go. A heck of a ball game here in the opening round, the second ball game of the tournament. Valkyries will play later on tonight at 8 o'clock. Reichenbach on the far side, inbound to Epperly. Back out to Reichenbach. Reichenbach looking. Goes over to Fisher. Fisher near half court. Pump fakes. Looking to drive is Fisher. Fisher gives it over to Epperly. Epperly on the left wing looking underneath. He's got Bjorgi but pulls it back out. Sawyer looking to slow things down. Reichenbach. They get fouled. They're going to make their free throws. They'll give it over to Fisher. Fisher. Top of the key. Gives it over to Reichenbach. Reichenbach looking to dribble. Gives it over to Fisher. Fisher on the right side. Gives it down to Epperly. Epperly looking. Drives off the backboard and good for 2 by the freshman Epperly. A 3-point lead, 42-39, 1:23 to go. On your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard, Gokenauer with the basketball. Gives it up to Galley on the left wing. Back to Gokenauer. Sawyer, right wing. Guarded by Duke. Now guarded by Fisher. Not going to let Sawyer get a 3-point shot off Galley. Left wing, gives it to Saltenberger. Saltenberger dropped away, knocked away by Bjorgi. Epperly comes up with a loose ball. He's got to pull that out, and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line, and that will be the 5th personal on Gokenauer. And he took his shirt out. Usually that will draw the eye of the official and call a T, but no T, as Gokenauer's 5th personal and 18 foul. And Epperly, the guy you want at the line, going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, a big 1-and-1. He can make this a 2-possession ball game with 59.4 to go. So Wilson back in for Anaconda. Nothing but the bottom of the net by Epperly. And a 2-possession ball game for the Vikings. Epperly will get one more. And they put the Vikes up by 5. And Bigfork will take a full timeout. So the Vikes lead by 5, 44-39. On your Bigfork Village Florist scoreboard with 59.4 to go. And a full timeout taken by Bigfork. I think Coach wants to talk about their strategy. Don't give up a 3, give up a 2, and then take care of the basketball down the stretch. Get it in Epperly's hands and let them foul him and send him to the free throw line, because I believe the freshman Epperly is their best free throw shooter. We're back the rest of the 4th quarter from here. From Hamilton, Montana, James LaFontaine, the voice in the Vikes to the Vows. Glad to be with you here from Hamilton, Montana. All right, we're back here at Hamilton, Montana, as the Vikes lead 44-39 with under a minute to go, and Anaconda inbounding. Saltenberg in the backcourt to Golly. The Vikes backing up, almost playing a matchup. Gives it up, Golly trying to guard. Throws it underneath, gets it up to Hurley. Hurley off the backboard and scores the 2. At least he didn't give up the 3. And 46.9 to go. About 3 seconds went off the scoreboard. And at least they gave up a 2 and not a 3. Now Bigfork has to take care of the basketball. And a full timeout taken by Anaconda, as the Vikes lead 44-41 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. I'll be back here momentarily as Bryce Gator checks in for the Vikes. And Anaconda is out of timeouts, and the Vikings, I believe, have 2, which is a good thing for Bigfork. I'll be back momentarily from Hamilton, Montana. All right, welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. It'll be Bigfork basketball after the made bucket by Anaconda. Possession arrow points towards Anaconda. So Bigfork just needs to get the basketball in. 18 fouls against Anaconda. Reichenbach inbound, gets it into Epperly, the guy you want having the ball. And he's fouled in the backcourt, and you want to send him to the free throw line. He'll shoot a 1-and-1. That'll be the 19th foul, so next time it will be the double bonus, and 44.2 to go. That is the 3rd personal on Saltenberger, and 19th foul. Epperly to the line to make it a 2-possession game here with the 1-and-1. The freshman under pressure drains the first one, and a 2-possession 4-point lead by the Vikes. Duke will replace Gilliard. So offense for defense here is what Coach Hollow is doing down the stretch for Bigfork. Epperly's second one up is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and a 5-point lead with 44.2 to go. Sawyer looking Quickly out to Golly on the left wing. Golly looking to drive. Goes up against Bjorgi. Puts it up off the backboard. Bounces around. No good. Out of bounds. And it's off Anaconda. It'll be Bigfork basketball with 31.2 to go. Another foul by Anaconda will put him in the double bonus. And Gilliard, the ball handler, free throw shooter, will come in for Bigfork with 31.2 to go. Reichenbach to inbound. Gets it over to Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking for Epperly. Epperly. He feeds it over. He gets fouled first, but he had Gilliard wide open underneath for 2. And the foul occurred on the far side. And Epperly will go back to the free throw line. 25.9 to go. And a 46-41 lead on your Gilliard painting scoreboard. Epperly, first shot on the way. Double bonus. Makes the free throws down the stretch. Van Kampen for defense, along with Duke for the Vikings back in the ballgame at a 6-point lead by Bigfork. Second shot on the way, off the brim, off the backboard, and good. And a 7-point lead with 25 seconds to go. Sawyer quickly up, or Saltenberger with the basketball, looking for Golly. Sawyer pulls in 3-point line, no good. Wilson gets the rebound, puts it up, off the rim, off backboard, and no good. And off of Bigfork as Bjorgi tries to corral it. 13 seconds to go, and the Vikes lead 48-41 on the UPS scoreboard. Saltenberger to inbound. Underneath his own basket on the other side. Quickly out to Sawyer. Sawyer, talk about 3-point shot. Puts it up off the rim, no good. Saltenberger with the rebound, puts it up off the backboard, no good. Right there is Wilson. Wilson with the rebound, puts it back up, but he's fouled. And that could be the 5th personal on Bjorgi, and it is. And the 18th foul as Gilliard will come in, and a nice game by Isaac Bjorgi. 18th foul. Wilson will go to the line as Walker Fisher, along with Bryce Gilliard, return for the Vikes. First shot up. Tries to miss it, I think, on purpose. Couldn't quite tell. He'll get one more. 5.2 to go, and the Vikings lead by 7. Puts it up off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Wyatt Reichenbach. Golly corrals it, puts it off the backboard. That is your ball game as the Vikings take this one 48-43. And we'll take on our lead tomorrow at 3:30 in the semifinals. I'm going to try to get Coach John Hollow and Isaac Epperly over here for an interview. We'll be back with your post-game stats and information here from Bigfork. Or excuse me, from Hamilton, Montana.
Hi.
All right. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, your final from Hamilton, Montana. First round of the 2020 Divisional Basketball Tournament. And I say that the key guy down the stretch, I'm not sure how many points you scored, but I'll tell you that I'm with Isaac Epperly here on the post-game show, brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. And Isaac, I know you're missing 2 starters. That changes the dynamics of your team. Talk about today's game.
Oh yeah, we had to have a few seniors step up for Levi and our other players, but when they press us, we just gotta slow down. Eli was one of our good ball handlers. We needed him today, but some of the other seniors really stepped up.
I thought late in the game you hit a key 3 early, right? You're trying to get your open looks, and then Walker Fisher hit a nice 3. But I thought the key down the stretch, sealing the game right there when you guys were just leading by 1, was your free throws down the stretch. And we couldn't. In my opinion, you're the best free throw shooter on the team. And as a freshman, talk about your feelings and down the line when you went to the free throw line. What were you thinking about?
Whenever I go to the free throw line, I don't think don't miss this. I think make it. That just helps with confidence. And pretty much when you're shooting free throws, all you need is confidence.
Yeah, I thought you missed one early, and I was surprised by that actually. But when it counted down the stretch, I'm sure you made 4, 6 in a row, something like that. I have to look at the stats, but you sealed the game right there, and you guys played well. You had a lot of freshmen step up. Bryce, you did a nice job coming in the ball game. Colt got in foul trouble. Isaac Bjorgi played well as well. So, how do you think your teammates played?
Yeah, as I said earlier, we had a lot of guys step up, and I'm proud of all our teammates for just coming out here and getting the win.
Yeah, you guys did a nice job. Well, thanks, Isaac. I appreciate it really. I'll just get in the locker room, get showered up and dressed well, and we'll talk about this later. But you guys get to take on Arlee, who you have not faced this year, tomorrow at 3:30.
Yeah.
So that'll be an exciting ball game. You made it to the semifinals, so I'll maybe talk with you guys tomorrow. So good luck tomorrow, and I'll bring in Coach John Hollow and talk to him. Thanks for joining me on the postgame show. The guard for the Bigfork Vikings, Isaac Epperly, just a freshman. Great job today, Isaac.
All right, thank you.
Andrew, go around.
All right, I got the head coach of the Bigfork Vikings. I talked to him pregame, and you know what? I think you did exactly what you wanted to do. You wanted to slow the game down, and a great win, 48-44. Instead of keeping it in the 50s and 60s, you actually kept it in the 40s. Talk about today's game and what your kids did today.
Listen, this game is little about coaching when you get to the tournaments, okay? So I don't want to make this sound like this is anything about me. This is our kids came out and executed. But we executed our game plan perfectly. We did everything we worked on all week. We did. Number 2 on their team's the best player in that league. I don't know if he scored tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Gokenauer did.
2 or 4, whatever.
Yeah.
But our kids did a phenomenal job on him. They executed their game plan. We did just enough offensively without our best offensive player tonight. Colt unfortunately got in early foul trouble, and we had guys step up and find a way to win. And man, I couldn't be more proud of our guys. Because again, when you hold games or when you play games in the 40s and you really limit possessions, you got to be pretty dang near perfect on offense because you're cutting your possessions in half. I thought our kids did a great job, and again, I couldn't be more proud, more happy for them. They deserve it.
Well, yeah, and I agree with that, Coach. You've coached them all year, open that when it comes to this, they already know what to do. But I really like what you did. At times you just really slowed the game down and held for shots. So, yeah, Gokenauer did not score.
0 points.
And
wow.
He's a senior, and he fouled out. He was not happy. Colt fouled out. But I thought early, key to the ball game was Isaac Bjorgi. He was banging the boards, had a couple 4 points early, getting the rebound, putting it back up, and they did a great job there.
He played a phenomenal game. He, like you said, he dominated the paint. He probably had 6, 7, 8 offensive rebounds. I about killed him when he missed the dunk. But
But at least he went for it. That would have brought the house down.
He did, and you know what? He came back and he did some other things that made up for that play. I'm very proud of him. Again, that's a guy that hasn't started all year, that got sprung into a role the last couple weeks of starting, and he's just done a really nice job. He's a beast out there, and he played good tonight. He makes a couple layups. He probably has 15 points. He had 8 offensive rebounds. 4 of them were on his missed layups. But again, he keeps battling and
back up. Yep.
And he is such a physical presence, and our guys just feed off of him defensively.
Well, I thought you guys were, and I thought the key down the stretch was Isaac and draining those free throws. Like ice in his veins. He did not miss one in the fourth quarter that I know of. I know he missed one early.
He was 2, 4, 6.
He missed the first one. Yep.
2, 4, 6, 6 to 7 in the fourth. Not bad for a freshman.
And then he made those 6 straight. That's why I asked him. I said, "What are you thinking about?" He goes, "I'm not thinking about missing. I'm thinking about making."
Yep.
That's a great mental attitude there. So
18 points for a freshman in his first divisional game. Not too shabby, huh?
Yeah, and look at the other thing. Fisher had 9, hit 3 threes, finally draining those threes, what you need. That opens the inside and the outside. Isaac had 2 threes and then really scored and took it at, I thought, down the stretch, especially in the fourth quarter, really took it at Anaconda.
Yeah, he wanted the ball. Our game plan, again, it's no secret. We put him in the middle, and we were trying to attack the middle of their press and their zone with Isaac because he's such a good finisher down low, and that's exactly what he did. So, yeah, great win for our boys.
Yeah, I'm really proud of what you did. We could jump ahead, but tomorrow you got Arlie. You haven't faced them. You probably watched them today. We're going to have to do that, and I know you're going to game plan for that. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. On the pregame show. I'll talk with you, and then I'd like to talk with the seniors and get them on there so people can hear them out there.
Absolutely.
So a great win today, 48-44. The same margin of victory back in Bigfork on the 21st of December, but it was 66-62.
20-point difference.
But you needed that. That's the way you played
absolutely.
smart. And, with missing Levi, a couple key pieces to your starting lineup, other guys had to step up, and I thought they did. Bryce Gilliard, the freshman coming off the bench, Wyatt Duke, all of them. So, Coach, thanks for joining me on the post game. That was a great ball game by you guys, and good luck tomorrow against Arlie. It'll be a little bit different ball game. They'll try to run on you as well, so you're going to probably have to slow things down. They like to get out.
It's going to be a battle of paces. We'll see who wins that. Probably wins the game. So,
all right, John Hotto, thank you again for joining me on the post-game show. The head coach of the Bigfork Vikings. Your final here from Hamilton, Montana, first round. It was the Bigfork Vikings with a 48-44 victory over the Anaconda Copperheads, and they'll take on Arlie tomorrow, and they'll face the Arlie Warriors at 3:30 tomorrow in the semifinals with an opportunity to play for the Divisional Championship on Saturday. For Anaconda, they'll take on Eureka tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. right here in a loser-out game. Once again, it's been a pleasure to be back here in Montana, and especially here in Hamilton, Montana, for the 2020 Western B Divisional Basketball Tournament. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows. Your final on the Bigfork Harvest Food Scoreboard, brought to you, bringing you your post-game show. It was the Bigfork Vikings 48 and the Anaconda Copperheads 44. Thank you. And we'll have the game tomorrow for you. Listen in later on tonight at 8 o'clock as the Valkyries take on the Lady Copperheads right here on BFSD Events here on YouTube. For now, thank you and good afternoon wherever you are.